Hey, it's Sarah. If you're a coach, consultant, or entrepreneur and you know you need to master sales to grow your business, then tune in. When I made the leap from employee to entrepreneur, I quickly realized that everything changes when you are the breadwinner. Sales became the non negotiable skill I had to master. But here's what I found: it wasn't about pushing or persuading or being really salesy. I learned to use my coaching superpowers to connect, to serve, and to close with confidence without feeling awkward or out of alignment. And let me tell you, it wasn't something that I learned during my business studies degree or my law degree or even my Xerox sales training. Yes, I was in sales. No, I learned this all in the trenches by speaking to leads, by making mistakes, and by figuring it out what really works in real life. So, if you're ready for sales tips that actually feel really good, help you grow, and empower your clients, then let's dive in. And let's start with the truth bomb. Sales is not about convincing or manipulating. It's about helping. It's about showing up with genuine curiosity and offering your clients exactly what it is that they need to move forwards. For too long, sales has had a really bad rap, conjuring up images of sleazy tactics, awkward conversations, and these really pushy pitches. But it really doesn't have to be that way. You can reframe sales as what it truly is: change management. Your clients are with you because they want something: a transformation, clarity, freedom. They have a current state which they're in right now, and they've got a desired future state that they're dreaming of. And there's an obstacle in the middle that they can't figure it out how to get from A to B. And that's where you come in as a coach. Your role is not to push, it's to guide. It's not about talking endlessly about how amazing you are. It's about serving your clients so they can see how amazing you can be. Early in my coaching journey, I had a really pivotal moment, and it was an absolute game changer. Back then, all of my sales calls felt like an audition. I thought I had to prove myself. I'd rattle off qualifications. It's a really long list, boring long list. My 20 years in banking, I was an MD, I was a FTSE 100 company, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It was exhausting. And honestly, it reeked of desperation. But then came my client, Emma. That's not her real name, by the way, but I'll give her name. Emma wasn't on my sales calls to be convinced. She didn't care about my accolades. She needed clarity. She wanted someone to help her understand her potential and for someone to guide her towards it. That call was an absolute wake up. And I really didn't think I needed it because I was following all of the tips and the techniques. But it was only at this point that I really let go of my insecurity and my ego and this pressure to sell myself. And instead, I shifted my energy into what truly mattered: Emma and her big, beautiful dreams. And this is when I used my coaching superpowers. I asked bold, open ended questions. If nothing was holding you back, what would your dream life look like? And if you could wave that magic wand, my favorite question, what would you change about your current situation? I'm all about the magic. At the end of our conversation, Emma said something that completely shifted my perspective. You've already helped me so much. I really want to work with you. So just tell me what I need to do to sign up. That's when it clicked. Sales isn't about me, and it's not about proving anything. It's about serving first. It's about creating a space where someone feels seen and heard and empowered to take the next step of their journey. From that day on, I made a promise to myself: I will never sell from desperation, and I will always lead with service. And that really shifted everything for me. Now, I want to debunk some of the myths around sales. The one I love is that sales is only for extroverts. the life of the party, the loud, outgoing types who can only schmooze their way through anything. That's not what makes a great salesperson. And as a coach, you already have a massive edge in this game. Here's why coaches make phenomenal salespeople. We are brilliant at deeply listening. You already know how to hold space for your clients. You're not just here hearing their words, you're tuning into their emotions, their intentions, and their unspoken struggles. That's a superpower that so many salespeople just don't have. Empathy and action. As a coach, you've already mastered the art of meeting people where they are at. You can sense the pain, you can validate their challenges, and inspire hope for what is really possible. You're an authentic communicator. No more scripts, no fluff. You speak from the heart, which makes every conversation feel really genuine and connected. And then you're going to be brilliant at asking all of the transformational questions. Then you guide your clients to their own breakthroughs by asking those powerful questions, the open ended questions. That's a skill that turns a sales conversation into a really empowering experience. Holding that space for change. You already know that transformation takes courage, and you're there to guide, not pressure your clients as they take their next steps. For coaches and consultants, sales is just an extension of what it is that you already do. It's not about pitching, it's about creating trust, building relationships, and empowering your clients to really step into their best selves. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I call the reluctant dreamer. I'll never forget the time I met Claire. She was referred to me after seeing one of my posts on LinkedIn, and she wanted to build a business that was really aligned with her passions. On our first call, I could really sense there was so much hesitation, not just about working with me, but about stepping into the next chapter of her life altogether. So instead of diving into my program or listing all the reasons why she should work with me, I started with a really simple question. What's the one thing you've always wanted to create but haven't allowed yourself to pursue? There was a really long pause. And then Claire just opened up. She told me about this dream that she'd had carrying for years. She wanted to be a wellness business that blended all of her love of yoga, mindfulness, and coaching. But as she spoke, her fears poured out. What if no one buys and I can't make the money? What if I fail? What if I'm just not good enough? I didn't try to fix her or convince her. I just lent into my coaching superpowers and I really listened deeply and I reflected her words back to her and gave her the space to process what she was feeling. And then I asked her this: what would it feel like to start taking steps towards this dream, even if you haven't got everything figured out just yet? Her entire energy shifted. Suddenly, she was talking about the joy and the freedom and how she would feel, how her work could inspire others, and how she'd finally be living a life aligned with her passions. For the first time, I could see her stepping into the possibility of what was waiting for her, the other side of her fears. And at the end of the call, Claire said something I'll never forget. I love that you didn't try and sell me, she said to me. You've just made me believe in myself again. Tell me how I sign up with you. And that's when it all clicked. Sales isn't about persuasion and pitching, it's about creating a space for transformation, helping people connect with their potential and guiding them towards action. This is what we are so good at as a community of coaches. Claire didn't say yes to my program because of what I did in the technical sense. She said yes because she was ready to believe in her dream again. And that is the power of really selling from your heart. Next week, I'm going to introduce you to my game changing framework, which is called Empower. It is fantastic. And I really want you to tune into this because it's a framework that is going to allow you to sell authentically. We're talking about engaging, mapping, positioning, opening, winning, empathizing, reflecting, and reinforcing. Coaches and consultants will love this because I designed it for people just like us who care deeply about authenticity and connection. So I hope you have enjoyed your time with me today. Drop me some comments in the box below. Let me know what resonated with you. Share it with a fellow coach, and I will see you next week. Have a brilliant week ahead. And don't forget, I believe in you.